Hello everybody, I am just going to get the stream ready and then we will get started. I mean, obviously that makes sense. Let's go ahead, make sure I got my chat going. Hope everyone is well. Everyone who's watching this after the fact, thank you so much for checking it out. Oh wow, I feel like you can hear so much in my background. Neighbors outside and whatnot. Meh. Okay, let's get this going. And I am excited. Today we are going to, as you may be able to tell from the title, we are going to be starting a new career mode. Okay, let me get like some music going or something because we need to kind of cover that sound. But I'm gonna want to make this into a video, so I can't do that. So hopefully they just go away soon. You know, that's how it happens. That's what happens when you live in a neighborhood. So let's go ahead and get that up. And I think we're ready, right? I think we're ready. Let's see. Alright. Let's get that. The stream looks good. Alright, I just want to make sure everything is good now. That's an and. Okay, let's go ahead and get a new game going. Let's first take a quick peek at our settings, make sure our stuff looks good. I want to make sure that the game volume is good, so let's put on our music for a second. Oh, there's so much noise out there. It seems like it's working. Yeah. Alright, cool. Turn that music off because I don't think we're able to use it. Alright, and then, alright, so now let's just quickly go through here to make sure our settings are fixed. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we need our translation here, right? No, I think that's fine. Here is where we need the translation. Okay, so we got that. Okay, well, I guess that's all we can do. Oh, I did need to change my... Yeah, one more setting I need to change. I forgot about this. We are going to want to make sure that everything is taken care of before we start a new game. So the internal camera wobble needs to, or the external camera wobble doesn't need to be nearly that high. The internal wobble should be high, but a little bit down. There we go. All right. And apply. Yeah, okay. I kind of feel like I should end the stream and just wait till people aren't standing like directly outside my window. what to do there. Yeah, because if I end the stream, then it's just going to send out another notification, and I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm just going to just do my best to keep talking, and hopefully I'll be able to talk over that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get our setups started. We're going to turn off missing crew. I always like to do that. We're going to allow other launch sites. We're going to... I picked like the worst time. I don't know why. I just wanted to get some Kerbal done. I was looking forward to it. I'm having a good old time, but all I got is dog barkings. All right, let's do pressure limits, G-force, Kerbal forces. Always allow action groups. Action group manager. They're gonna be gone soon. Like, I swear. This is Monday morning. What can you do? Alright, so let's see, button manager, click through blocker, all that's good. We don't want base construction. Exploration, we'll go exploration. Rescue and recovery we can do, satellites we can do, sentinel would be fine. Stations, I don't know what stations. Oh, planting stations. And tourism will be good. Yeah, let's see. Crew light. We don't need. Yeah, we'll do always on in space. You know, let's just do always on. There's no reason why we don't need headlights. Oh, I think they all left. Oh, sweet. Alright, let's lower our danger alerts, because it gets really loud. Deep freeze, docking. Let's make a little bit higher on the earn your stripes. This is, this is how regular Kerbals can become veteran Kerbals. So we'll change that. Alright. Extender. All of this is good. Okay. All of this is good. KOS. We're going to try to use KOS, but in a less manual way, a little more automatic. Remove the cost adjustment. Adjust the orbiting altitude. This is all really important to do in the beginning when starting a new save file, and it can get forgotten often, so 19, come on, 19, there we go. Oh, come on, 19, there we go. Alright, so I think we're getting close. We don't need maneuver spin splitter, countdown clock. Pathfinder. All of this is good. All of this is great. Attack life support we are turning off. We are not going to play with that today. Or in this playthrough, we're not going to deal with attack life support. I don't want to deal with that. Tourism, we're going to take the deadlines off, because oftentimes, sometimes I've had that where it's like, we're on mission, we're doing the thing, we're on our way back home, coming, like, we have a return trajectory, we have everything we need, and then they're like, meh, the contract expired. So, tourist expanded, you need to, I don't know, you don't need to do anything, but you have the option to turn it off, so that's all we need. Vessel notes, all this is good, all this is good, all of that is good, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and change this. We're going to name this Legion of Space. It's early. Did I mention that? It's early on a Monday morning. We're going to pick our flags, and we're gonna get going. Yeah, I'm excited. So this is gonna be a career mode. I'm probably gonna do it mostly on stream, at least for now. Once we have enough footage, I might put it together and make a series for those who would prefer my videos. So I'll do that. I don't need to. Oh wait, I do need to throttle unaffected, time warp uninterrupted. Alright, close. Thanks, we've got it. Permit all. Done offset is great. We're going to give ourselves a couple more Kerbals. Hopefully that gives us a few more pilots. And we are ready to go. Let's see, let's get a tough on here. I do like black racks. Yeah, we're just going to go with black racks. Like I mentioned before, we do have black racks, but only version 4, I believe, not the latest. And yeah, everything should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our first mission. You know, I mean, there's no need to really dally here. We know exactly what we're doing. Do some science and do some science. All right. I'm gonna kind of speed run through this beginning bit. Okay. All right, got my chat up. Everything's going good. I think all we need to do here. Ooh, my mic is in the way of the screen though. There we go. I think all we need to do here is just get some science, complete that first contract, and do the rest of things. So we got that. That is all the science we got. We're gonna need that, and I think that's good. Launch. I am very excited about this. It's I don't know if I want to do IVA. I may do a little bit of a mix. I may do mostly EVA until I can get some good cameras or maybe some good command pods, internal stuff. It's been a while, so I worry about messing up a mission because of that. Oh, speaking of which, we need to change our crash settings as well. So low temperature, keep it. So do this. We just need to recover. Okay, recover. Oh, we did need to launch it. Shoot. Yeah. Oh wait, no, the first one we should be alright. This one right here. Alright. 4 science, which is not enough. So we'll just wait on that. Yeah, so we did get the contract. Alright, cool. So let's launch our first vessel then, right? Yep. Cool, excellent. We're doing this in the correct order. Oh, yeah, we already went here. I wish I had sounding rockets. I want to get a sounding rocket mod, but the 2 that I've done thus far, I didn't like. I didn't like the way that they were set up. I didn't like the way that the parts looked. So you know, if you know of a sounding rocket mod, I would appreciate that. So we're actually going to duplicate this. We're going to put 2 on there, remove from symmetry, and let's just start getting our action groups going. It's a good good habit to build. Alright, got that. We're going to throw some batteries on here just because we, you know, I think we're going to transmit it first. And then if for some reason the craft survives, then we'll do another experiment. So this is a pretty cheap rocket. No need to auto strut it. Okay to launch. We might actually launch this twice because we could get some good science from some of the other launch sites, and I don't think there's any need to limit ourselves on where we launch from. I'm not trying to make a super hardcore career. That's what I was doing a lot before I took my hiatus. In case you were new to my channel, I was doing some really big missions by the end, and no good. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up, where is, I had it. There was a cool mod that I used which had our missions available. Is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah, it was this one. I kind of like this, not having to bring up the missions was very nice. All right, launch first vessel. No need to wait. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see how numbers work. I was told that it was a little low last time. Alright, so we did science. We launched our first vessel. Let's go ahead and we have data on that. Let's go ahead and log the temperature here and transmit it. Okay, yeah, that is pretty loud. Settings. Let's try that. Hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, my microphone is as loud as it can be. Unfortunately, I couldn't get closer though. There we go. It is flying pretty high. All right. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just time warp our way up. And come down. I mean, this is most likely going to explode. Like, there's no way that, I feel like there's very little way that this is not going to explode. If it landed in water, we did that in the last stream, it landed in the water, and it was fine, but this one I don't think will happen. Oh. Got dangerously close to mission control, or to the admin building. Yeah, it went straight through the ground there. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. We did transmit the science, so at least we got a little something from that. Alright, so we got some science. We finished our mission, so let's go ahead. I feel like we should do some planes. I really feel like we should do some planes, actually. Let's grab our science. Let's grab our planes. Let's grab our wings. Don't have enough for gadgets, but that's okay. This would be good for the decouplers. This would be good for the engines. Let's just go for the decouplers. Let's grab more structures, Alright, that is good. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's see, admin building. No, nothing good. Nothing worthwhile. Mission control. Can we update this? We can. We're going to just spend that money because that gives us 7 contracts we can get. So now we can suborbital trajectory, escape the atmosphere, test down, suborbital, splashdown, launch site here, radial decoupler, easy money right there, easy money right here. That's an orbit, that's an orbit. Rover. We might be able to do this one easily. So we're going to do that one. We're going to do this one is easy. And we'll do that one as well. Alright, we may be able to get a lot of these all done at the same time. Cool. Build time. So this build may take a second because I really need to think about really need to think about what we're doing. So let's go ahead, let's just start anew. Oops. Start anew. Oh, shoot, my ECA IVA seat is bugged out again. Shoot. Oh, fun. Those are going to be for airplanes. You know what? Actually, that was decent. That rocket was decent. I just need to take the science off of it. I don't need to take the science off of it, actually. No parachutes, though. But yeah, high in space, high altitude, high in space. Yeah, no, I'll leave those on there. All right, and then let's go ahead and get our decoupler. This is from the Corvus mod. I don't mind using it, though. I'm going to do one of these. And one of these. And we're going to do that. That should give us, alright, we got a decent thrust of weight. We got 3,900 delta V. That's pretty good. But, I mean, this is just going to be straight up and down, basically. Like, there's no need to, 210. There's no need to get fancy here. Okay, so that's pinhole. Yeah, because we're just going to be launching straight up. There we go. All 4 wings. Center of lift is drastically below the center of mass. We're going to need bigger wings than that. I think that'll work. Let's go back to the main KSC and adjust our simulation costs. I don't want to have any simulation costs here because we'll run out of money too quickly, even at the 25%. I don't like it. So let's go ahead and flat setup cost 0, minute per cost 0, parts per cost 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1. Alright, accept. Cool. Alright, let's do a quick simulation. I just want to make sure that this doesn't flop over right on launch. Actually, I'll probably do the full flight, or just the full lift, just to make sure that it can lift. Yeah, crash was a huge mod and absolutely necessary when doing my series. Yeah, so we are gonna need to do some of these in a separate mission. And we're definitely going to need to add stuff like the radar decoupler we can get on the launch site pretty easily. So hopefully everything goes well. I feel like, oh yeah, these are off the wrong stage. There we go. Definitely didn't pay attention to my staging. Go. Alright, my trajectory leaves a lot to be desired. I feel like this was exactly what happened last time. Let's go ahead and just see if we can get that, and then let's try this. I know this is ridiculous right here, but But at least it's somewhat, as soon as I said, at least it's somewhat upwards. I mean, okay, let's see. Can we get any... Yeah, we can get that, send some of that data. Because this is just going to be a missile. It's not going to do anything. Time warp. A little bit. Physics warp, I should say. Yep. Yeah, beautiful. I feel like I still should turn down the game volume. Yeah, let me turn down the game volume one more time. Oh yeah, that's right. This is simulation. This isn't even... This is exactly what I'm talking about. Ridiculous. Alright. I forgot that was a simulation. We, oh, man, we could have just ran that flight for real. Had just gotten a little bit of science, but worthwhile. Okay, so it's actually still too low. Alright, what do we got? Do we have any kind of control here? We do. We also have another... We have another... No, we should do 3 on this. There we go. Remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Let's go ahead and add that into that one. And this one into this one. And that'll be fine. Scriptable, I don't think that's gonna be what we need. I feel like what we need is actual control surfaces. We need to make ourselves something. Okay, we only really need control surfaces for the beginning. Yeah, because we don't have any wings with that, with control surfaces. So way too big. Can we just do something like this? Just like a sounding rockets type wing. I know it's not a wing. It's a fin. On a sounding rocket, it's called a fin. I feel like I should do another simulation of this because I don't even know if this is gonna work. Yeah, I don't even know. But we'll see. Definitely need to get my staging correct. Actually, that should probably just go on there. Which means I don't need a decoupler. Yeah, why not? Ridiculous looking rocket. Okay. Real decoupler at launch site. So this will satisfy that. We don't actually need 3 of them. Just do that. Put that as the first stage. Oh, is that even right? We have 2. No, we need this one. And we need this one. cool. There we go. Both of those will handle that. TT14, so this needs to go here. Go ahead and put 2 of those right there. And that should go on the very last stage. Once it's in altitude, maybe not. Yeah, no, okay, that's fine. And then everything else is fine. All right. Should I test it? Nah, let's just go. I feel like we can just go. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, I feel confident. Yeah? You want to help me fly this rocket? I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat has arrived. Yeah? Okay. Alright, so we are on the launch pad. Oh yeah, you can't hear her. That is Peabody. Alright, so let's go ahead and test these. Ooh, that could have been bad. There we go. Alright, cool. We got those. And we have our control. And I think we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and let's get our orbital info up. And let's launch. Nice. Okay, so we don't have any SAS, so this is going to be a very difficult flight. Okay, alright. But at least we have some control so we can keep ourselves from becoming just a ballistic missile. Hopefully that will allow us to get into flight. Alright, and once we're up, we're not gonna have any flight control, so we need to get ourselves up as high as possible. Oh, that's not gonna give us the thrust to weight we need. That will though. Well, shoot, now we're a missile again, and this is a real flight. Okay, so I know what I need to do. Actually, I'm just gonna... Oh, I could have just reverted to launch. I didn't need to go to the VAB, actually. Yeah. Shoot. Oh, well. Because literally all I needed to do was put this one on that one. Oh, well. Launch. Okay. Yeah, I just needed to change my staging. Oh, well. Alright. I've got a lot of mods on here. I don't know if I need to say that, considering our clouds, but... Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead, actually, and change these. And maybe that might give us a little more control. Okay, so we are going to need to roll it a little bit. Let's roll. So now it's a little bit more plane-like. Ooh, no. Okay. had that backwards. Alright, well I'm not at a good angle, but I do have a lot more control than I did since I put those on the right thing. Oh, I did forget to do one of my science experiments on the launch pad. Shoot. Well, oh, you know what? I can do it in low space. That's because I don't have that, or no, low altitude. I feel like I didn't stage that correctly. But I'm in the medium atmosphere here, so I hopefully won't tilt over as much as I am, and I am tilting over. Shoot. This is just not working out right. I think I'm too complicated. I think I'm way too complicated right here. Well, we can get a little more science there, so that's good. What's our electricity looking like? Not very great. Yep. Yep, just a missile. See if it lands. I don't think it will, but you never know. It did in the simulation, so can't wait to unlock our cameras. It's a lot of fun. All right, don't want to physics warp because that's almost guaranteed to destroy it. And bonk. How did I know? Freaking called it. How did I know that I was going to do that? Alright, let's go ahead and do our... As soon as it landed. Like, where is it? Situation, current biome. Alright. Let's go ahead and keep all of that. I feel like I should have done another set of experiments in the air. Alright, come to a stop, come to a stop. There we go. Well, that actually worked out pretty well. $30, 31 science now. That's actually pretty good. Alright, early aviation might be good because I do want to do a few plane things, but science begets science, and if I get the ocean, if I get the mystery go, that'll do us good. If I do the ocean bathography, that'll do us good as well. But really, we need survivability. We need parachutes. Without being able to have parachutes, we're not going to be able to do anything else. This would be good to unlock because I wouldn't have been able to unlock any of these anyways. So that is fine. All right, that's worthwhile. I'm sure we can do quite a few things. Did a couple missions. We can do this at the launch site. Easy money. Move into orbit. So everything else is orbit. And then splash down at Kerbal. We have another one that splashed down at Kerbal. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do those first. Small little rocket. Just to make money. Just to get over into the ocean. And test the parts. Alright, so we're gonna put this away for now. Put that one back on. And then honestly, we could probably just throw one of those on there, but let's put a decoupler on there. And some wings. We're gonna want control surfaces, so can we just throw some control surfaces on there? Yeah, we could. Alright. Let's make that. Yeah, we'll put all four control on all fours. Okay, so now what is our mission splashdown? Dynamite splashdown. Huh. Alright, well, let's figure out the decouplers first. Okay, TD12 decoupler. Okay, let's go. We'll do that. Yeah, okay, so we'll put 2 decouplers on there, one to separate and one to actually test. Take a small 6B small decoupler. TE6B small stack decoupler. Okay, this one. Splash down, okay. How do you do this? How do you do this? Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll do that at another time then. Yeah, we should get some science on here. You're absolutely right. So orbital trajectory, I'm not sure that we're going to get. You know, we could try it out anyway. It's just in case. Just in case we actually do get that high. Alright, finally some parachutes and then our science. Radial mounted parachutes. Right there. And our science. So, did we not unlock the bathographer? I thought we did. Oh well. Let's remove that from symmetry. You know what, we will do a test of this and see if it does get into a suborbital trajectory. Okay. All right. And log temperature, log pressure, scan target. Do we have anything else? I feel like we unlocked mystery goo, right? Shouldn't we have? I guess we didn't. Could have sworn we got ourselves. I know we got this, so that, you know, that must have been what I was looking at. I guess looking too far ahead. Nothing else. You know, we could throw another one on there, but no, let's see, just simple sounding rocket. I didn't do anything with the stages, though. We'll figure that out. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Launch that. This probably goes there. All right. And, oh, no connection. Forgot the antennae. I guess antenna. Just one. We only need one. But, yeah, I forgot it. And we are playing with remote tech, which means that there's no inboard communications, and we will need to prepare for that accordingly. And we should probably put some of those on as well, just to keep everything good. Let's go ahead and do that. We're still good. Plenty of parts. Plenty of weight. Oh wait, no. Let's change this. Remember our staging. That goes there. I feel like we had another thing splashed down. What is that? Oh yeah, that weird decoupler thing. We're gonna need to do that when we have a better probe core. Yeah. Or a Kerbal in the seat. All right. So nothing to do on the launch pad, so let's go ahead and just launch. And then we're going to give ourselves just a little bit of a tilt and just ride that out. Just enough. Alright, that's good. So these work as some pretty good fins. I feel like I knew that a while back, but I just don't utilize it very much because I only spend a little bit of time without any kind of reaction wheel or control or SAS of any kind, so I typically don't think about these. I just throw on some stable fins and call it a day. Alright, yeah, our Appalachia is definitely not getting into space. But that is enough. Parachutes stage, and that should be enough to get us into the water. Alright, that's fine. Oh, I didn't do a simulation. I was gonna do a simulation here, but just to see that we were enough to get up, but no, I ran it for real, so let's go ahead and do it. We didn't add the dynamite on there, but that's okay because I wasn't sure if that would fail our other contracts or not fail, but just simply not complete. So, time warp, nothing, takes a while to get down. We could probably just, no. It still hasn't closed up yet. There we go. Alright, we are low enough. Let's go ahead and cut that chute. That will give us more... Alright, let's look at some of our mods while we're here because we've got some time. What's this? No, I don't need that. Yeah, very slow descent. Oh, let's see. Alright, so we got that. Oops, not that. The B. I thought that should have given me more time warp options. Guess not. We're almost there. Alright. Safe landing. Let's go ahead and grab some science experiments. Did that do it? Yeah, I think it did. And we also got some science from that, so that's good. Yeah, we got a bunch of science. 31 from that. Cannot complain. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a reentry pod. Aviation. What can we get? General rocketry will give us better rockets and engines. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have enough for that. So we only have 18 left. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. I know it's weird, but it gives us rover wheels. That might be useful. Stability, though, gives us that and a better Probodobodyne, though. So, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get a Kerbal up. That'll give us a little bit of science as well. But we're gonna want to upgrade the astronaut complex just in case something goes wrong and we have to bail. Most people upgrade these two first, or these two, because that gives you patch conics, but honestly, astronaut complex is huge especially when you play with consequences and stuff. Yeah, let's... Oh, we have too many contracts. What? Did we not reach that contract? Alright, well, I guess we didn't, so that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get a new one. And let's get a Kerbal up, Let's get a... Yep, alright, so we got a pilot, haven't even looked. We got basically all pilots. Didn't you hear me at the beginning say hopefully we get a few more pilots? I guess it did. Alright, reentries. So this is gonna have a weird center of lift due to this due to that. Let's go ahead and throw a couple of these on there for some last minute flight. I feel like we could get orbit for some reason. I feel like we're close. You know what? Let's not go for orbit. We can. I feel like we can. Oh, well, I don't need to do that. I feel like we can go for orbit, but let's try not to. Let's just go. Let's just make an upgoer. Pop that up so I don't go overboard. We are going to have control because of the pilot, so we don't need the type of fins that we had before. Yeah, look at that center of lift. That's ridiculous. Remove that and I remove that, will that give us a balance? Not really. Not really. What if we were to put wings on here? That doesn't seem to adjust it at all. Okay, well that's not gonna work. Whatever. Let's try it anyways. Yeah, none of that's gonna be necessary. Do that, and do that. Go ahead and remove from symmetry, and remove from symmetry. Let's go ahead and get these put on action groups. And a crew report. Where's the crew report? So many things here. There it is. Let's go ahead and just do that on this one as well. These are on 2. We are going to need to collect this. I mean, we're not going to need to collect this, but we probably should collect this. Alright, and we're going to need parachutes, definitely. And, yeah. I mean, I don't really need much. Batteries, probably. Yeah, batteries. Let's just do a little bit. Just a little bit. And we're not going to be up long enough for solar panels to be necessary. Communication feels appropriate just for the simple fact of, like, hey, it seems like a good idea to have communication. Let's get a booster cam. Okay. I feel like we can benefit from these being slightly in. Let's go ahead and remove that one from symmetry and rotate it. And get it out of the nose cone. There we go. Okay, so we are going to test this. We are going to test this just to make sure that we have the control, since we have a Kerbal in the pilot seat. I don't know whether I'm not going to play with consequences. I don't know if I'm going to play with no reverts. But since we have crash, it's a lot more feasible to do that kind of play through. Alright, yep, we got our SAS, we got our point to prograde, awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and just launch. No need to wait around. 1.5. Let's wait till we get to 100 meters per second, and then we will adjust ourselves. Although we are starting to tilt over a little bit, so let's just adjust ourselves now. Let's get IVA right as we got through the cloud layer. Oh, yeah, we're tilting the wrong way. Oh no. Okay, yeah. So IVA is not good when you're not able to pay attention. Yep, so I am fighting this. Yeah, so we're going north. But that's okay. We've got quite a bit of delta V. I think this is going to break the atmosphere. No problem. Escape the atmosphere. We could probably do that. Alright, when's our apoapsis? 23. Still got about half of our fuel left. In case you weren't familiar, this is what's known as IBA mode, which is basically a first-person astronaut simulator. Nice. Yep, we're gonna be breaking the atmosphere, no problem. And then we have one more test to do before we... Well, actually, no, you know what? Let's run this whole mission, because I do want to make sure that those parachutes are sufficient as well. And the only way to do that is to... hit prograde. The only way to do that is to make sure that it hits the ground at a safe enough speed, so might as well just test the whole thing. Oh, okay. Okay. And at that point, we can test one of this radial decoupler on a suborbital trajectory, because we're at a suborbital trajectory. Okay. we got our, no, I guess that's not working. Okay. So, we do space above Kerbal, and then we would do an EVA. And take our data, take that, take that, take that, and hop back on board. Okay, there we go. We do have through the eyes of the Kerbal, so we can float around in our capsule pretty easily. Alright, and then we can do one of these. Nice. And then can we, yeah, we don't have a way to IVA from, or EVA from IVA. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're gonna take it just in case. Take that and take that. Oh yeah, we're not in high space. Oh. Oh, we can do all those in high atmosphere. That's okay. Alright, so let's try to... Yeah. Now, if we do it up here... Yeah, I just did it too soon. Yeah, high over. There we go. I just did it too soon. Take that data, and take that data, take that data, and board. So that should be good. So hopefully we can control this on our way back. Ooh, that was fast. Alright. Oh yeah, no, we are way too far away from the KSC. I was hoping that we could, ooh, this is a pretty ballistic re-entry. This is pretty bad as far as control goes. Okay, so one of the cool things about this particular craft is it has a built-in heat shield. Ooh, just gotta keep it upright. It's got a built-in heat shield on the bottom. Oh no, that's no good. That's no good, and we are probably passed out. Yep. G-forces. Approaching G... Okay. That is not good. That is not good at all. Alright, so we're going probe. There's no way we're risking a Kerbal like that, and that's way too uncontrollable to do. Alright, so new probe entirely. Alright, easy enough though, because we can just freaking speed run this build right here. Okay, so we got a heat shield. Perfect. Put one of those on there. Can we scale that down? Yeah, we can. Actually, let's go ahead and scale that down. And maybe scale this down a little bit. That works. Throw on just a couple batteries. I said just a couple batteries. And then we're gonna want one of these, right? Because that is part of our mission. orbital trajectory. TT14. It's this one, actually. That's unfortunate. It's a huge size. Alright, and then we're going to want these for the high space, low space. Okay, let's go ahead and get our action groups going. I don't know what mod it is, but one of the mods got rid of the telemetry scan out of the probes. Yeah, I don't know where that. Yeah, there's no telemetry science there. It's unfortunate. That would have been bad, having the heat shield on the wrong stage. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, no, that actually works out well. Alright, let's go ahead and get our engine on here. Let's see, does this, because I had a problem on the last stream where this didn't actually, yeah, it doesn't have any storage there, so that is not going to work. None of those are great. Alright. I could take one of the smaller tanks and use tweak scale to tweak it up, but that's a little cheaty, so I'm not going to. Do that. Center of lift, center of mass. Yeah, this is literally just a pinhole 2. That's what I call it. Just a little sounding rocket. Okay, so that is good. I don't think oh, antenna. There we go. And you know what? Let's get a camera on here. Oh, should we do an IVA on this? Maybe. We'll get the antenna over here. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Honestly, I feel pretty confident in this one. I don't think we need to do a test flight. Let's say that. I don't think we need to do a test flight. We got 201. This has reaction authority, right? Probably not. You know, yeah, we don't need to do a test flight. Let's just go. Alright, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not making as quick of the progress as I did in the stream beforehand, but that was because I kind of didn't really care. I wasn't attempting missions. I was just kind of sending something up. I also had a tech tree that was different. So, right, here we are on the launch pad. SAS on, so we have SAS, but we don't have any lock to anything, so we will have to finagle a little bit. So let's go ahead and launch. Nice, we've got a good thrust of weight. We're gonna be heading up to 100 meters per second very soon. And then just kind of tilt over a little bit. A little bit of gravity turn to help us out with our ascent. Reduce our drag losses and make this efficient. Gotta remember not to do both of our science experiments at the same time. There we go, let's just leave it at that. Alright, this is actually a lot more stable than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm pretty happy about that. We've got plenty of delta V right here. We're already midway through the atmosphere. I think we're good. I think this is going to be able to accomplish all the missions that we need. I feel like... Can we change the symmetry on this right now? Oh, we can decouple it. No, I don't think we should decouple it early. Unless, of course, we hit the 70 mark. Okay. Ooh, don't blow up, though. I can throttle down. I forgot. I can throttle down a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Got plenty of thrust to weight. Alright, the heating effect's gone, so let's throttle back up. Escape the atmosphere. Okay, let's try it. Let's try decoupling one. Did that. And because our engine's out, so we don't have to really worry about that. So yeah, so it didn't catch it. So we will have to stage it as usual. Let's go ahead and drop that, so we don't have to keep focusing. Oh, hi, Mon. Hi, Jewel. Hi, perfect screenshot. Oh, we didn't launch via IBA. Okay, so we're at a good atmosphere. So we can space near Kerbal. All right. Got our resources. We got all sorts of data up here that we can put. Hey, look at that. Gorgeous. Hey, Booster. Yeah, that might be a better... Oh, we got our vessel view. Nice. Let's throw that up here. There we go. What's our apoapsis right now? Or what's our altitude? Oh, I think our altitude's high enough that we can do our second space high. Yeah, perfect. Okay. It won't let us change our camera. I wonder if that's our top camera or bottom camera. I think that's our bottom camera. I think that might be our bottom camera. So that's nice. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Sweet. So let's just time warp our way up. And then time warp our way down. Yeah, sweet. That is definitely our bottom camera. Master alarm. Is that going off? Okay, that's good. I was hoping that... I didn't want that to be making annoying sounds. Alright. We'll go ahead and put this up. I think we got everything here. It will keep our ablator. All right, so we're slightly off our retrograde. That's okay. We're coming back into the atmosphere. There we go. And we are just kind of naturally locking to our retrograde, it seems like. So that's good. Coming in on the dark side, which isn't always great. There we go. Okay, so we should be alright. Get a little bit of atmospheric effects. Seems to be pretty good. Let's check what our outside looks like. Oh, that's also a great screenshot. Oh, I didn't do the mission. I didn't hit the side decouplers at the right thing. Oh, beautiful. Alright, so we're 8 kilometers above the surface. Passing the cloud layer. Let's go ahead and hit our stage. Let's hit our stage. Why isn't this staging? No connection. How do we have no connection here? Oh, did we run out of battery? Why do we have no connection? Oh, we ran out of battery. Oh, shoot. Alright, we may have to do this one more time, and we may have to remote tech this. Or not? Oh, yes. Yes, we must have slowed down enough using that heat shield. Alright. Well, that gave us science. Bunch of science. Alright. Yeah, we need better tanks. We need better engines, I feel like. I feel like we've got... These are better cameras. Yeah, you know what? Science. We need science. 37. That's not great. But this gives us better fuel tanks. Yeah, it gives us better fuel tanks. Oh, and we can get our aviation. Sweet. Alright. So we have contracts available. Okay, so we can do this one easy because we're going to be on a decoupled anyways. And we don't have our... Oh, there it is. Build and fly our first airplane. Get airborne. It doesn't require us to land safely, so that's good. Should we just do that real fast? I feel like that could be a real fast thing. Because it just needs to have no rocket engines and a pilot. And we can try out our new cockpit. Wonder if this has an IVA. I feel like it should, but we're not sure. Wait. Oh, this might be better actually. Hold on, let's simulate. Wait, cancel. Oh no, it doesn't have the IVA on it. Never mind. That's just the regular. Shoot. Oh well. So we have that. Let's get... That might be fun actually. Yeah. Let's get a pilot. Let's get both pilots in there. Gilberry and Theodus. We'll get the other pilots up in the air later. Okay, and airplane fuel. Let's get this up. Yeah, what do we need to put on here in order to fly? Victim, wings, air-breathing engine only. Okay. I feel like this could balance that out pretty well. And put a little nose cone on there. Easy enough. I'm going to make kind of wings that I enjoy. Go. I feel like that'll be good. And you know what? I feel like we could get away with one of these engines for that rather than the side ones. And then all we need now is some landing gear. It's a fun plane. I like it. Center of lift is behind our center of mass and lined up perfectly. Well, mostly perfectly. Slightly below. I wonder, can we lift that? There we go. There we go. I feel pretty confident with that. We got not a lot of thrust to weight. Let's see if can we get a different engine with a little more oomph. RR count. It's a radial engine. So that's what that one was. So that's got stationary thrust of 25 kilonewtons. This one's got a stationary thrust of 54. We're going to need intake. That's right. Alright, we're going to need intake. So that would be where? That would be in the wings, right? Where would the intakes be? I feel like it should be under the aviation. Maybe we don't have it? Does this have it? Well, we'll see. Let's go ahead and just do a quick simulation real fast and see. Because if it doesn't have an intake and it needs one, it won't be able to take off. So if it's able to take off, it should be fine. I think this can be ready to go. Alright, decent enough. So that's the only IVA available? Yeah, I guess so. No front facing IVA, and you definitely won't be able to fly from this one, so oh well. That's inverted. Why is that inverted? And I guess we're going off the runway. All of my controls are inverted. Why? And this is not... It's also not taking off. Okay, let's get some side wings. And figure out why. Maybe it's our wheels, maybe? Side engines, I meant to say, not side wings. Wings deploy. No. Maybe, yeah, no, maybe we should just put some regular stock wheels on there. But I don't like stock wheels. I think these look so much better. Lift this up a little bit. That might help with takeoff. Oh, maybe it was, maybe my wheels were below, but in front of my center of mass, which you shouldn't have. So that might have been it. Oh yeah, our engines, which we're gonna just do one of these. No. Even this out a little bit. Get an engine on there. Okay, so these are smaller, which means the engine is going to be freaking huge. All right, yeah, let's just get rid of this and just make a regular size thing for it. Let's throw the same powerful engine on there and then give it a back cap. I am just going to say that I've been streaming for a little bit, so I may be calling this fairly soon. I feel like this could be good. Thrust to weight ratio of 5.6 is a lot, or 0.56 is a lot, so we may be able to be good with this. Yeah, let's simulate just in case. Yeah, this was a pretty good stream, I think. I feel like we've got a decent amount done as far as a career mode playthrough. So, pretty happy with that. Hope you guys have been enjoying it. I've enjoyed getting back into the swing of things. I miss Kerbal a lot. Yeah, okay, yeah, so there's no control on the wheels. Absolutely no control on the wheels. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna need to just quickly change the wheels a little bit. I feel like we were building up some decent speed though, so yeah, let's get rid of these wheels. Come on. There we go. Let's get rid of those wheels. And these wheels are terrible, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Yeah, there's nothing really we can do about that. It doesn't have an auto. And we can do inverted on these. Oh, we don't have tail fins. Why did I not fit? Oh, okay. All right, that is user error. That is a skill issue. I kind of feel like we should just have a flat tail fin, but yeah. Yeah, see, it's, you know, you can get rusty if you haven't played for a while. So that is yaw, and that is pitch. All right, that should be good. So let's save that. And let's just throw some parachutes on here just in case. All right. Yeah, one more simulation. Okay. Yeah, I think this might be our last flight. Once we simulate it and get it going, we'll do a quick. Okay, why? Okay, the question of why is my plane tilting to the left is a common one, and I feel like we're gonna have to redesign this plane. We're gonna have to redesign this plane in order to achieve that. Something is off. And it's no good. All right, let's put this one back here. Let's get rid of this. And let's just do a more simple back tail end. Let's just try to do this fast because I do want to get a move on. Okay, move these back here. That should be fine. Oh, you know what? That probably fixed it not being one of those tilted ones. Probably fixed our center of lift being slightly above our center of mass. There we go. Let's try that. Let's try this, and let's try to go fast. Oh, these wheels. That's also probably the problem. Okay. Let's see. Let's try the wheels that I like again, since that problem may be fixed. We shouldn't have them too far out. Having them too wide makes landing easy, but it makes takeoff hard. And they're just slightly behind center of mass. There we go. All right. Hopefully we won't turn on the runway. Do our little turn on the runway. I think we're going to be fine. All you have to do is make sure that everything is centered and it shouldn't tilt. But we'll see. Oh, it's doing something. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. What's going on? What's being hit? Something... Yeah, there's a key being pressed or something. That is concerning. Yeah, okay, so maybe my controller? I have a controller plugged in. Okay, so let's try that. Fix it. No, it's still plugged in. Why is that? That is weird. That is weird, weird, weird. Alright, well the tail end broke, but it still technically can fly. Yeah, so it was definitely the tail fin that was having the problem. And we have collision turned on, so this is going to be a fun little journey here. Oh, a quick one. Where are you going? Where are you going? Alright, there you go. You're not going anywhere. Okay, well that is not a well-built plane. And I don't think I have the time right now to fix it. So, I feel like we might be calling this episode here. I had a lot of fun. This was quite a good stream nonetheless. Yeah, we need to figure out what this tail fin's doing. But yeah, we'll do that in the next time. Go ahead, save and continue, get rid of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another stream maybe tomorrow morning as well. If I can get it maybe a little bit earlier. It took me a while to set up my mods and everything. But, yeah, I've been enjoying getting back into Kerbal, playing again, running missions. I cannot wait until we're orbital and doing more of the career mode stuff. I really enjoy the early game. You know, just getting to the MUN is such a huge achievement for a lot of new players, and so I always enjoy seeing people make that for the first time is very inspiring. And yeah, I feel like trying to chase that feeling a little bit, and that's the fun thing about taking a hiatus from Kerbal is that excitement builds up. And then by the time you do start playing again, it feels like you're playing for the first time again. I've done that before. I've taken a little hiatus when I did my around the world video where I spent 90 hours traveling to every POI on Kerbal. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. That's in my videos a little while back, but I got a playlist for my long plays, and that's on it. But yeah, after doing that, I needed a huge break because I almost burnt out. 90 hours just doing one mission is intense. So, but then I took a little bit of a hiatus. Did a couple other games. That was around Halloween time or October, so I did horror games. And then when I came back, my first launch just gave me that same kind of enjoyment. And the first time I landed, the first time I did a rendezvous, all of that stuff comes again. So I'm excited. It's been a while since I played, so I'm really hopeful for a good career mode. And thank you all for joining me in the stream. It's a lot of fun, just knowing that there's someone there to talk to instead of just myself or the people in the future. But if you're a person in the future watching this, thank you very much for getting there and sticking it out, and hope to see you in the next stream. And everyone who's here, hope to see you in the next stream as well. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Kerbal. If you did, think about subscribing. Drop me a like, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.